Do you have a dirty little secret? Welcome to the club.
And you're all invited.
The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We're handing out memberships free of charge.
Step up to the VIP line and let Dayna and Brimstone take you on a weekly ride of secrets and debauchery.
Now buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get heated on the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Dirty Little Secrets Club. I'm Dayna Pereira.
And this is Brimstone.
Brim, I am pulling a brimstone, I guess. I have been so busy over the last couple of weeks that I'm like, I might fall asleep at this mic.
There's probably nothing more than I would love for you
than me to just zonk out on the mic.
Zonk out on the microphone, because it has happened to me way too many times. So, I mean, look, I was going through some stuff then, but you know, like you're going through some stuff. I'm okay if you fall asleep on your microphone.
Listen,
I'll just make
you know
fun
what?
of you
You
for a
haven't
while.
zonked out in quite a while, so
I've been good. I've been good.
Doing really good.
You want to hear the craziest thing about, funny enough, about me passing out on the microphone?
Mm.
So during that time, what do you call it? Remember, I had gone for like sleep apnea tests and all that jazz. And so this was like a year and a half ago, right?
Yeah.
Probably about a year and a half ago. The other day, I'm sitting, you know, on my couch, and I get a phone call out of the blue. I was like, who the hell's calling? I answer. They're like, oh, it's so-and-so ENT. I'm like, who?
Yeah.
You know, ENT, we had done, you know, we did the tests with you. I go, okay.
That was quite a while ago, ENT.
Right. They're like, oh, well, we have your results. I go, I took the test with you over a year and change ago. Like, you people never contacted me back and gave me any information.
Just got back to you?
Right. I said, and since then, one, I'm fine now. What do you call it? You know, one, my bed, I had gotten that bed that kind of goes up now, so I can, you know, make my bed do whatever I want. It's like a little caterpillar. It's really cool.
Yeah.
You know, so I sleep, you know, slightly up to begin with. I said, and two, I had lost some weight, so you know, I've been able to breathe, and it's been a lot
You
better.
Self-corrected over the last year and a half.
But what do you call it? They're like, oh, well, you know, you took the test and it shows that you have severe sleep apnea. Now, mind you, you're calling me a year and a half after I took the flipping test, and they screwed up multiple times, which is why I didn't even bother calling them back. 2 times where if you remember, I was supposed to do the in-house tests, and then they like screwed it up both times. So I'm like, I'm not scheduling this again. They're like, oh, well, you could do it at home. They sent me the piece. Then I did that 2 or 3 times, and it didn't work out because it was not working. Then they sent me another one. I did it. It was so inconvenient, and I sent it back. Right. Yeah. And I was so uncomfortable, and so I was just like, so I don't even think I got a regular night's sleep from that.
Yeah.
But regardless, you're going to tell me a year and a half after I was there. So you're telling me I can have health issues, but you didn't bother calling me for that.
Right.
long.
That's what I was going with too. I'm like, okay, severe sleep apnea can lead to death easily, and they're just calling you a year and a half later. Like, that is some negligence if I've ever heard it.
They're like, oh, we tried calling you. I'm like, you never tried calling me. You called me now. You got me. Even if I'm touring, if I'm anywhere I am, I have my cell phone.
Yeah,
they
you
called
answer
me on
your
my cell phone. I answer my phone, or I listen to my messages.
Your voicemails.
I don't have anything from them in my phone. So, yeah, that being said, look, they have email. You can email. But
I know
anyways,
you check those.
I ridiculously too often. I'm a slave to that. But I figured you'd find that quite interesting. That long after.
Crazy. That is forever.
How do you do that? I should have, special insurance, I guess, for my heart because, or my breathing capacity, simply because these idiots, giving me hard times by not telling me what's going on when I should know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. I
That was
think
a
that you
bad
should have
segue, but I
special
tried.
insurance for your hair.
I should. It was a bad segue. I tried. I tried. I've had a long week too.
Yeah.
and it's Thursday. No, Wednesday actually.
It's
We're recording early.
Wednesday.
So we're talking about something that we just saw. Well, actually, I just saw it yesterday. Dayna shocked me with this, and it was this is a great one for Dirty Little Secrets Club. Even though it's no secret that Nick Cannon has like 500 children with however many different baby mamas.
We definitely talked about that before.
We did. Well, apparently his balls are insured for 10 million. All right. He's got 12 kids, and then he insured his balls for $10 million. That's a little arrogant, in my opinion.
Well, I was just going to say, like, who out there is like, you know what? These balls, they worth a lot of money. I mean, like, who does it? There are billions of people in the world, but this guy thinks that his balls are something special and not just a sack with sperm in them.
Right. He has I guess the assets that he's insuring are size, which I know I've got you beat on that, Nick. Brim knows the size. My balls are bigger than pretty much anybody's, unless I'm
You got to
almost
be
willing to
careful
bet
sitting
that.
down.
I do. Sometimes I sit down and I scream for holy freaking hell. It's not fun. Favorite features and bedroom maneuvers.
Okay,
What do
I'm
you call
sorry.
it?
I want to know what kind of tap dancing balls you have. They are doing special maneuvers during bedroom time.
His quote day is, I'm doubling down on these valuable balls and my future kids, because apparently haters are telling him to stop having kids and put his quote unquote super sperm to rest. Now, look,
I don't think he has super sperm. I think he just never pulls out. There's nothing super about being lazy with your pull-out game, okay?
the pullout game is strong with this one. Listen, all I know is that, I'm just shocked that, that he decided to do it with his nuts. You know what I mean? Of all things, you're gonna do, all right, these are the most valuable balls in the world. No, bro, no. My balls are the most valuable balls in the world. Maybe not, but
No.
I can pretend they are.
Sure,
Right?
we just as he is pretending that his are, because there is no way. Who insured their legs? Didn't somebody insure their legs for a certain amount of money, like $1 million?
Funny you should ask that. So what I was going to go and start telling you is to kind of dive into a little bit, or different celebs that have insured different body parts.
Oh,
So you actually went there without me having to go there.
we're on
So
another
Heidi
level.
Klum, exactly right there. Was right there. Heidi Klum's legs are insured for $2.2 million.
Oh, okay. I mean, she's got great legs, but I mean, I'm sure that there is a gazillion people out there with great legs.
Right, but her legs are insured because that's how she makes her money.
So I'm curious, like, what's got to happen to her legs for her to get 2.2 mil? Like, does she have to break a leg? Does it have to be disfigured? Does she have to get a scratch on it? Like sunburn? Who determines whether or not she gets paid out 2.2 mil?
Okay, well, I mean, so essentially for her, this I can understand more than your testicles.
Okay.
Which are used to create, life.
Well, this is her job, right? She's a runway model and her legs are important.
Right. She is essentially paid for, for her legs. That's what she gets, money for. And when your legs are the focal point of pretty much everything, you have to have them insured.
Yeah.
So what do you call it? She insured it, but apparently there's a small scar on her left leg that meant that it's worth 200,000 less than its counterpart.
Oh,
That's
Jesus,
actually,
that is a costly scar.
and that information comes from a conversation she had with Ellen DeGeneres. So it's not me saying this.
Yeah.
This is actually coming from true stuff.
Yeah.
What do you call it? And I guess anything that happens to the leg, if she gets a scratch on it, she can't work. There, like, they might do it, but they I'm going to take a step back.
Okay.
Dylan years ago, I had one of my agents had contacted me and said, "Hey, I have an opportunity with this sock company
Mhm.
that they're looking for a what the hell was it? It
Like a
was a
foot
like
model?
a foot and it's like a foot leg model, right?
Okay.
And they weren't thinking about me, they were thinking about my son.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, what do you think? I said, sure, we'll check it out. Now his feet were a little bit bigger than what they were looking for, but they were
Yeah.
like, wow, they're really good. We can make it work. We'll do something, which is really disgusting talking about feet and kids. He wasn't that young. It was like 18, 19. But regardless, it was for a sock company. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now they asked for a couple more photos, and then they realized that he had a little scar from lacrosse on his leg.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, we're sorry, we can't use you because, we would do it for
They
the
can't
foot.
cover that shit up
But
with makeup.
and that's what I said. You couldn't do makeup or you couldn't just no, they want it natural and blah blah blah. I was like, okay,
Fucking Photoshop that shit.
yeah. Can you imagine? So he
Wow.
lost money for that. But regardless, it's a real deal. So I understand her situation because if she even gets a scratch on her leg, they're
Mm-hmm.
probably gonna be like, well, we don't want to put more work into this. We
Yeah.
want it as is.
Hmm.
Holly Madison, her breasts. So you
Her
know who
breasts are
Holly is.
insured.
Her breasts are insured for 1 million. Okay. Let's see. Rihanna. You know
Uh-huh.
Rihanna, the singer.
Yeah.
Okay. $1 million her legs.
Okay. All right. Not quite
Okay.
Heidi Klum status, but okay.
No, no. When she was presented with Gillette's Venus Breeze Celebrity Legs of a Goddess Award, she went and she issued the insurance policy for it.
Okay. And
Craziness,
now
right?
she has 2 babies. And I, as a woman that has had 4 babies, understand that sometimes bodies change after that.
This is true. This is true. You know who else's tatas are insured?
Oh boy, I can't wait. Who?
Dolly Parton.
Yeah, hers should be insured for $100 million because that woman is a legend.
Funny enough, they're only insured for 600,000.
Oh, huh.
How crazy is that?
That
So
is crazy.
you would think that those would be insured for a hell of a lot more, but
Yeah,
600 grand,
she is
craziness.
so noble. Only 600,000 on those titties.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and she's making a ridiculous amount of money, I'm sure, on Dollyland and all that other
Oh my
stuff.
gosh,
Anyway,
I
so
love Dolly Parton. I really, really do.
she is so great. I
Yeah,
wish she's one person that I always forget about, but I'm like, I would love to meet Dolly Parton. That would be fun.
she's amazing.
Just want to give her a hug, you
Yeah,
know? And
yeah.
not for the boobies, people, not for the boobies. I want
I
to just
mean,
give her a
listen,
hug.
I'll give her a high five and just like breathe in her air if that's what she prefers. I just want to be next to her for like 30 seconds
That's great.
in a
I
non
just want
creepy
to
way, of course.
I just want to breathe her air, maybe lick her ear a little bit.
Oh my God. Could you imagine just being in her space and going,
I want that on video. I want to see you do that on video. I'm going to make it happen. I swear to God, I'm going to make it happen. I don't know how old she is right now, but it's going to happen. I
she's
will find a way.
like 78 or 8? She's getting there. She's in the age range of legend. I'll say
How
that.
old is Dolly Parton?
Real
Okay.
time
She's
fact check.
78 years old.
Did I just nail that age or what?
Yeah, apparently.
I
She
nailed
still
it.
looks good for her age, too.
Well, there
Her
isn't any for her age. It's just she looks good. Done. She looks
78.
good.
I understand, but like here, Dick Van Dyke, he's 99. He looks
Uh-huh.
good for his age.
He
It's not.
looks, yeah,
I'm
he
not.
looks good.
I'm not doing the whole thing with the women. That's not my. That's not
No,
where
I'm
I'm
not
going with
going
that.
men, women. I'm going age. Just, like just she looks good.
Well, she looks good. She looks
Yeah.
good. Okay, you wouldn't expect her to be 78 if you're looking at her,
No,
right?
but we're also in a time where you could do whatever you want and it doesn't it can delay aging. There's,
True.
all of the things. So
True.
I just like to go with she looks good.
The Golden Girls. Do you realize that the Golden Girls are the same age in in that show
Uh-huh.
as the women in Sex and the City are on that show?
That is upsetting. And it also shows you like the times and how they've changed. They
Yes.
wanted you to be like old grandmas in your 50s. And that's not the times anymore. Now, when you're in your 50s, you're like, fuck this. I'm in the prime of my life. I'm going to go out there. My kids are grown. I don't got to worry about I'm going to go to a bar on a Tuesday and have a Manhattan. I'm going to, like you can like still live your life in your 50s. Back then, you didn't live quite as long. So in your 50s, it was like, slow down, grandma.
This is wow. This is true. You realize that this year is my 50th.
Oh my gosh, it is.
Yeah.
What are
Isn't that crazy?
doing?
I don't know yet. I was thinking about doing another roast, 15 years later, but then it's just so much work to do. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and
So we'll
it's
see.
coming up too.
Coming up.
Like
Yeah,
it's not
coming
that
up.
far away.
No, I'm going to see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what
All right.
happens. Let's not think about that right now. I just want to, let
Well,
that,
You know what else is coming up?
what's coming up?
4th of July, which is
Oh.
the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
It is.
And there is the famous guy that has won it, like 16 years in a row or something crazy like that?
Joey Chestnut, right? That's the eater.
Joey Chestnut.
Okay.
And guess who's barred from the hot dog eating contest this year?
Nick Cannon and his balls.
He should be, but also Joey Chestnut.
Get the hell out of here. No.
There will be a new winner this year because he's not allowed to go.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. He was
No.
barred because listen to this. Okay, whenever I first read the headline, I was like, okay, what did he do? Like, what happened here? And
Did he rob somebody? Did he kill an old lady on the street? Like kick a baby? Like what did he do? He had to do something
worse.
really bad.
Something worse.
Did he kill somebody?
He signed a contract with Impossible Meats, who have hot dogs, and he totally fucked over Nathan's because now he's doing a contract with them. So now he can't do the hot dog eating contest for Nathan's.
Oh my God. Nathan's, call me. I am glad. I would be proud to be your mouthpiece and your come on. Nathan's. First of all, Nathan's is the only option for Frank's. Second of all, on top of that, I mean, look, let me take a step back for a second. I am a big fan and friends of the hot dog mobile from Oscar Mayer. So, you know me, I am a wiener man or whatever the hell it's called. I've got my little plaque somewhere.
Your wiener has a first name?
My wiener has a first name. No, seriously, wait, is it right here? Well, hold on. Funny enough, there you go. Honorary. Can you see it? Honorary hot dog.
Hot dogger du jour.
There you go. That was from the Oscar Mayer.
Fancy.
That's from the Wienermobile. What do you call it? They had me do the whole thing on the Wienermobile, so that I got that. Anyway, but yes, I will let that go to be a Nathan spokesperson.
There we go.
But seriously, if you've spent that many years and your whole career is literally based on the celebrity you gained and maintained from doing the Nathan's competition, how the hell are you going to go inside, especially with like an impossible hot dog? Nobody even wants those things. It's a
very small. They have to have paid him a shit ton of money to make that change because like there's no way somebody's going to give up that relationship that they've had with Nathan's for over 16 years, obviously, because he's won it 16 times. So they had to have paid him a shit ton of money. And money talks.
Okay, first and foremost, I can appreciate that. I really can, especially being in business, being in the public eye. I get it. I have very, very long-term relationships with people, okay?
Relationships to me are more important.
Yes, relationships are more important than money. There are people that I work with, Mane and Tail Hair Care. The people from Mane and Tail are like my family. I go and I spend time with them. You know what I mean? They spend time with me. It's not just money exchanged. It is, friendship there and family.
Relationship.
The relationships. When I deal with people, especially when I'm first getting to know them, I say, look, the whole plan here is that, we start working with each other now, and another 20, 30 years down the road, we're sitting on the beach having a Mai Tai thinking about when we first, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
got into bed together. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like that's the type of relationships that you should have, especially in this type of an industry. So the fact that, oh, you hear my stomach is growling, it's
Was
mad at
that your
him.
stomach?
That was my stomach that's mad that
I
he
think
disrespected Nathan's like that.
I think what that was your stomach pitching to Nathan's that you do the hot dog eating contest.
I would lose the contest miserably. You've seen me eat the hot dogs. I'm quick, but I'm not that quick.
I was actually going to bring that up. How many hot dogs did you eat that day?
5. It was little, 5. And I shoved them suckers down so fast. I mean, not so fast. I mean, quicker than the average Joe, I guess.
Yeah.
But regardless, I don't want to eat 40 freaking hot dogs and crap like that.
No, no, me
62
neither.
hot dogs? No.
Ugh.
With buns? No.
Too many hot dogs. Too many hot dogs.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't.
And you can't even enjoy it because you have to dip those bitches in water.
Yeah, no, it's not fun. I don't want that. I want to enjoy my food. But being a spokesperson, absolutely, 100%. This is my favorite French fries next to freaking McDonald's. Are you kidding me?
Oh, that's right. You have said that a gazillion times.
Love them. but here's the thing. If he was approached by this company and they were offering that much money, first of all, wouldn't you contact the people that you know over at the company you've been dealing with for 16 years and say, listen, there's an opportunity that just came up. This is what they're offering me. You know what I mean? This is what they're offering me. Would you be able to I don't expect you to meet it, but can you do something a little bit closer to it? Because it's a large sum of money.
Right.
And I really, it's hard to say no, but we have a relationship. Talk to them.
I mean, who knows? He might have. We might be getting one side of the story. I'm not entirely sure. I'm only hearing from Nathan's.
We might be.
Yeah.
But he made $200,000 last year for doing the competition.
Just the competition.
Just the competition. $200,000 to sit there and eat like a chaza for an hour. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
I might be reconsidering this. Maybe I could eat 64 hot dogs. 200,000? Yeah. Well, I don't know if my stomach would allow it, but I'd try.
Yeah. Well, that in 2021, apparently he did 76 hot dogs and buns.
Jesus.
Craziness. It's just crazy. But and I've always wanted to do, matter of fact, I forgot who I spoke with, but I wanted to go and do the hot dog eating competition this year, not to eat per se, but I wanted to do something there.
Yeah.
And I had wanted to reach out to Nathan's. But I can't understand why he would do something like that without, I don't know. Without there being a fallout.
This might be your chance to slide on in there because
maybe
it looks like Joey Chestnut is out. Brimstone in.
he holds 55 different world records, 141 hard-boiled eggs, 45 pulled pork sandwiches, 390 shrimp wontons, 36 pepperoni rolls, 121 Twinkies, 165 pierogies, and 28 pounds of poutine. Holy crap.
My God. This guy better be on like spinach and carrots and broccoli the rest of the time because that is, whew.
Maybe his body is going through something. What do you call it? Maybe it's going through something that, he has to make a change.
Yeah.
Because I gotta believe.
Oh, you know what? That's
eating
a
that
good
much.
Point. Yeah.
I gotta believe, eating that much.
But
that something's going on.
So the other thing is, like, sure, everybody that thinks that plant-based stuff is better for you, but processed plant-based stuff is actually really freaking terrible for you. So I can't imagine. I don't know what Impossible Meats does and how they process their food and if it's ultra processed or what. But if it is, it's not a great alternative because that's also just as bad for you.
Is it though? See, I don't know. I thought it was all plant-based.
Well, plant-based, if it's processed, is bad. Just like regular food, if it's processed, is bad. So yeah, even plant-based, it sounds healthier because it says plant-based, but it's basically soy-based. And that is if anything ultra processed is going to be bad for you. I just saw a thing actually that was talking about how people are developing all sorts of diseases and cancer and blah, 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 due to their plant-based, ultra processed diet. I don't want to say plant-based only. Ultra processed is the key word there.
Yeah, I would assume ultra processed is the bigger issue. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so. People think that they're doing better, but they're really not.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
ouch.
Got to pay attention to what you put in your body.
That's what she said.
Uh-huh.
What do you call it? So, question:
Uh-huh.
did you know that? And this is part of this. The same thing with hot dogs. Supposedly, every hot dog you eat takes like a minute or 3 minutes off your life, or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
Well,
Apparently that's
shit,
a
I am
thing.
down a few fucking hours at least.
I know. I'm gonna just fact check. How many minutes off? Wait, hold on. Off your life. Oh, it's funny.
Pops
Off your
right
life
up.
does cigarette take, vaping take, hot dogs take.
Yeah.
Third one. According to study,
Uh-huh.
61 grams of processed meat resulted in the loss of 27 minutes of healthy life. But when you add ingredients like sodium and trans fatty acids, the final value clocked in at 36 minutes. So eating one hot dog takes 35 minutes off of your life. Can you believe that? Now, if that is true, I'm in big trouble, and that
I'm
scares
in
me.
so much trouble. And now I need to go downstairs and throw away the hot dogs because my kids are gobbling them.
That's craziness. Like, I mean, is that true? Like, does it really do that? I don't know, but I mean, this is healthy,
Yeah.
it's real media. It's CNN. This is what
Yeah.
who put that out there. I don't know.
That's scary.
It
That
is
is
very scary. It's very
Ugh.
scary. What do you call it? Speaking of, this guy, Joey Chestnut, I'm sure that since he was doing all these different things, he's probably traveling a lot. And I wanted to get onto something that was really interesting because a lot of the time when I'm traveling, I usually wind up staying at like Marriott's and Hilton's and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And apparently, at one of the Hiltons, and this concerned the crap out of me because I do stay at Hilton's quite often. Apparently, a man that worked there, a manager nonetheless, broke into a guest room to suck on his toes.
Nope. 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 No, talk about hot dogs taking time off your life. Suck my toes and see what happens. You will get years off your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Break into my room and suck my toes. That'll end it immediately.
Yeah, you don't need to eat those hot dogs because you're gonna die. You're gonna die, bitch.
So this guy made a copy of this guy's room key, broke in at 5 a.m. and was sucking on dude's toes.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I have no idea what would possess anybody to go in and not even a woman. It was a guy.
It was a dude, yeah.
To lick another guy's toes.
Uh-huh.
Well, why would you even think that was a good idea?
Listen, I've seen dude toes before, and usually I'm not trying to stick them in my mouth.
It says here at around 5 a.m., this dude had a replica key, went into the hotel room, and although the guest was sleeping, he woke up to find this guy sucking off his toe.
Okay, no. That is what he sued for, sexual harassment.
Yeah. Now here's my question. What would you do? I mean, the guy was from Texas, okay? The guy who had his toe getting sucked.
Yeah.
Now, I know that most people in Texas that I know all carry. They all carry. And if they were in Nashville is a carrying state too. Like, Tennessee, not Nashville, Tennessee is a carrying state. So I got to believe that if this dude woke up and saw some other dude sucking on his toe, like, what would have stopped him from grabbing his gun and shooting this guy between the eyes?
Well, I guess what would have stopped him is whether or not he had a gun, because I don't know. But my thing, like my brain is like, Why did this guy think that he wouldn't wake up, that he would just get away with entering a room and sucking on his toes and just get away with it? Like, I'm sorry, if anybody's touching my toes in the middle of the night, I'm waking up.
Have you seen the guy that did it too? Have you seen
Yes.
now who
Blech.
what listen, what Hilton would have that Chester molester looking guy working at their place? That's a
Yeah.
little concerning too. I'm not saying that you should, because again, you're not supposed to, go on people's looks or their back, like, well, their background, yes, but their
Never
looks
judge a
and
book
certain
by
things.
its cover.
Right, but it could have
But
been the best
sometimes maybe
looking.
judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, it could have been the best looking person on the planet, still, finding them sucking. Now, here's the thing. Now, if it was a guy who was in the bed and it was like a gorgeous, woman who did the sucking on the
Still
toe.
not okay. Still not okay.
But do you think the guy would have been pissed about it?
Yes, I do.
I
That
don't
you
know,
are
man.
betraying trust.
This is
You
true.
have broken into my room. I
Yeah.
don't give a shit if you are Brad motherfucking Pitt. If you have broken into my room and started sucking my toes, I am kicking you and your gorgeously $45 million insured looking face, okay?
What if it was Jake Gyllenhaal?
Oh no. Oh no.
Hold on. Nothing's
I
happening.
Oh,
keep
no.
sucking the toe, Mr. Gyllenhaal.
Oh no.
I love it. Thank you so much for coming into my room. I'll pretend that I allowed you in and gave you the key.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm kicking him in his face. I'm sorry,
You
Jakey.
are
I love you.
not.
But yes, I am.
Okay.
Because that is a creepy ass thing to do. If Jake Gyllenhaal is breaking into my room and sucking on my toes, what's going to stop him from fucking slicing me open, removing my skin, and crawling inside?
Fair enough. But it still would be Jake Gyllenhaal for you.
I would die doing what I loved.
If you're gonna kill me, at least make it good. My goodness gracious. Well, apparently the security that was there, they didn't even take his complaint seriously. So he called the police. Like, the security was just like, yeah, okay.
Oh my God.
Like, they have it all on freaking camera,
That is crazy. They didn't take him seriously?
No. It says it didn't take him seriously, so he had to call the actual cops.
That is fucked up. Well, good for him for calling the cops. That is scary behavior. Scary behavior.
I would have probably killed the guy. I would have killed the guy and been like, I thought that I was being attacked and I was being attacked in my room.
Well, yeah, you were being attacked in your room. He was sucking on your fucking toes. That is an attack.
Yeah. He says, here's the explanation. So it goes, I was just so shocked, the guy continued. It was, who are you? Why are you in my room? It was almost like a dream, a sort of nightmare. It just didn't make sense. Why is this person touching me? Yeah.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah. And the Hilton, meanwhile, corporate Hilton is passing the buck. They're passing the buck. They're like, well, the Hilton Nashville downtown, well, that's independently owned and operated, so we can't speak on the hotel's behalf. So, like, how do you, listen?
So is the Hilton a franchise?
The Hilton is a, what do you call it? The Hilton is a, they have some properties that are franchised.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Did not know that was a thing. Learn something new every day.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting. I just, the guy is currently in jail, or he's on a bond. But I don't know what's gonna happen. That guy's gonna get torn apart in Tennessee jail, I'll tell you that much.
Oh,
especially if they find out what he did, because sexual predators they are not welcome in jail. Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. Crazy. All these freaking establishments that we go to on a daily basis, you never know what the hell is going on, because the craziest things have happened. Didn't you say there was a woman who didn't even know she was pregnant, apparently, and she like had a kid at Golden Corral?
Yes, this woman. And you know what's funny? Do you remember that show, I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant?
I do remember that.
this is like, she's going to end up on an episode of that if they make new ones. I don't even know if they do or not. But this woman went to Golden Corral with her family, and all of a sudden she's like, oh my gosh, I'm having like stomach pain. So of course she thinks she's going to shit herself. She gets up to go to the bathroom, and she was taking a while. And so her mom was like, oh, she's taking a long time. I wonder what's going on. So she goes in, and her daughter is in like severe pain in the bathroom, and she can't get up to walk. They were going to take her to the hospital, but she couldn't get up to walk. So they had to call 911 and send an ambulance. And the ambulance gets there. They don't know what's going on either. No, you know, they ask all the questions, and she doesn't know she's pregnant. And then all of a sudden she's screaming, it's out. Because she thought, I don't know what she thought she was passing, but, and then there's a fucking baby in a Golden Corral toilet.
Wow. In the toilet?
In the toilet. Like, imagine
oh
the yuck that baby was just born into.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's so gross. Poor kid.
Right into the toilet.
And didn't she supposedly name it after the Golden Corral? She named the baby Golden. Oh no, my freaking hell.
She didn't name the baby Golden. She did give him like a real name, but the baby's name, it was a baby boy. His name is Tamar Kylon Corral Woodfork. So she did put Corral in the baby's name, but it's like the third name of the baby's name. And I might not even be pronouncing that right. Tamar Kylon Corral Woodfork is what I am looking at. But yeah, she put Corral in the name.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, what kind of asshole doesn't know that they're freaking pregnant?
Nope. I don't subscribe to that. I'm not even going to let you get away with that one, because there are many of them. They were able to make a whole fucking TV show on it. Some women don't gain weight. Some women, the baby is backwards and they don't feel kicks. So there are many, many reasons. I am not letting you, especially as a man with a penis, say that women shouldn't know, or that it's impossible for women not to know when they're pregnant. It is absolutely possible. They have
9 months, Day?
Yes, 37 weeks. Yes, it is absolutely possible. It absolutely happens. There is so much evidence of it. You can't say that it doesn't happen, or that they should know.
I know that it happens, but okay.
Many women don't have symptoms.
I can. But
I'm gonna fight you on this every step of the way.
Hold on a second. But this is the biggest. This is the biggest thing of the entire thing. Not talking about weight, not talking about kicks, because could be, God forbid, stillborn. You know what I mean? Any of that. I'm talking about, or even gaining too much weight. Any of that. My thought behind it is, if you're pregnant, isn't it the fact you don't have your period?
Nope. That also doesn't track for a woman, because there are many reasons that women don't get their periods. A lot of women that don't know that they're pregnant suffer from endometriosis or PCOS or something like that. A lot of women don't get their period. Some women, if they gain too much weight, they don't get their period. If they lose too much weight, they don't get their period. If they're stressed out, they don't get their period. There's so many reasons.
Maybe I'm wrong on this, but if you don't get your period, doesn't that mean you cannot get pregnant?
No. So you can.
That is what helps to cleanse and create a new egg.
So there are absolutely ways where you can still have maybe even light periods where it's spotting, where you have ovulated.
Okay.
But you don't necessarily get your period every month. So it would be impossible for you to tell whether or not you were, or you wouldn't think, oh, I must be pregnant if you didn't get your period every month.
Listen, I was going from a scientific point of view in terms of the fact that, like, I would assume one of these things, like, I would, in a million years, I wouldn't think that you wouldn't feel something like some of the women that were on that show were like, oh, I felt like I had indigestion. Like,
yeah, but that's indigestion. That's much different than a baby.
So weird. Yeah, so weird. Listen, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't see how that it could be the case. If you're telling me I'm wrong, I will accept that at face value.
Standing firm behind my "you're wrong."
Listen,
I will stand firm.
I'm gonna accept your what you're saying. But
Thank
can you
you.
understand
where that.
Can you understand where I was thinking?
I don't understand. I mean, I can understand that you would be like, oh, that's a question in my head. But no, as a woman who, like I've gotten my period and then not had my period because I didn't weigh enough afterwards. Like I've been through things like that.
For 9
Also,
months?
yeah. Also, she has a 2-year-old at home. Like it's not like she didn't know what pregnancy was before. It's just that pregnancies are
Right.
different. And maybe she was breastfeeding, or maybe there were so many reasons why she wouldn't get her period or
That's so weird.
necessarily think that she was pregnant.
Well, you could see where I was coming from at least, or at least you can give me the benefit of the doubt knowing that,
I give you the benefit of the doubt, and I love that you accepted my argument back.
I will accept it. I think it's strange, but I will accept it. Listen, because I watched that show, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, some of them you look at and you're like, come on, baby. Come on. When they were like really skinny, then all of a sudden they just had a big belly here and it was shaped like a baby belly.
That was not on the show.
Yes,
that was not on the No, it wasn't. I've watched that show since I was like 10 freaking years old.
I've seen that. I didn't know I was pregnant.
There's no, that is not how it worked on the show at all. That is definitely not it.
Regardless, I appreciate where you're coming from, and I accept your explanation. I still find it strange, but I will accept it. Thank you for schooling me on it. I'll take that lesson, and I won't judge people who don't know that they're pregnant anymore.
Yeah.
What else did I say to you?
I appreciate that. I appreciate that you won't judge the pregnancy thing, but would you judge somebody that was eating maggot cheese?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Are you talking about Kasu Marsu?
Yeah.
Yes, I would. Yes, I would. In a million years, I would never, ever, ever eat Kasu Marsu. What do you call it? So this is a specific cheese that is made by using like maggot infested, like it's like made with maggots. Like flies will lay their eggs in there, then the maggots hatch, and then they sit and they eat the cheese, and they do this over and over and over again. It's like I don't know.
Expel. Eat, expel. You know what I'm talking about when I say expel too. Eat,
the pooping.
Expel.
the pooping. The pooping. And then what do you call it? What do you call it? So it's like cheese skipper flies, I think it's what they're called. They lay the eggs in the cracks of the cheese. And what do you call it? And then they like we said, they eat, expel, and then it keeps happening. And then what happens is it turns into like a creamy, soft cheese.
Yes.
Because all the proteins that are being digested in the process, it's just like making the product into like a soft.
Here's the thing, and I'm gonna be real gross about it right now, but I want to try the cheese.
No. Well, okay. It's supposed to taste like delicious ice cream.
I know. That's why I want to try it, but I don't want anyone to let me know what it is. I just want to try it, and then somebody can fill me in on the details later. But like, I don't want to know that it's maggot cheese as I'm eating the maggot cheese.
Right. Well, it's said that it's actually an aphrodisiac also. But it also could be dangerous to health, especially obviously for humans, because the maggots could survive and they could create like a meiosis, it's called, I think. It's microperforations in the intestine.
I've changed my mind. I no longer want to eat maggot cheese, even unknowingly. No, thank you.
As of right now, nothing has been linked to Kasu Marsu, but it could be. It is banned from commercial sale. But people do make it and they eat it.
You can get this on the black market.
You can. And that's where they're going to sell your body to after you die from it.
Imagine going to the black market for cheese.
I need some cheese. I need some cheese. Yeah, no, thank you.
Elbowing it with the pedophiles looking for your cheese.
Now here's, by the way, in 2009, Guinness World Records, announced that this is the world's most dangerous cheese.
Wow.
So now I want to know if our cheese girl from a few episodes ago, which, so many people love that episode.
Yeah.
Do you think she would have eaten the Kasu Marsu?
I'm not sure how it sounds expensive. I'm not sure if it really is or not, but if you're getting black market maggot cheese, it sounds like it would probably cost some dollars.
Here's my other question, Day.
And it's in Sardinia. I don't
Yeah,
think it's here in the US.
you can get it here in the U.S., I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay.
But here's my question. Who the freaking hell thought that this was a good idea and tried it and said, "Oh, I'm gonna taste this. Why not? Oh, I left the cheese on for a while. And
Yeah.
why got
There's
into it? You know
maggots
what?
everywhere.
I'm gonna eat it anyway. Oh, it tastes like ice cream.
This is
Oh,
delicious.
this
Yeah.
is fantastic."
Well, this cheese is like hundreds and hundreds of years old. So I understand, like, maybe that is how it happened. Like, at one point, you only had so many options for food. You had to feed your whole family. You're like, fuck, the cheese went bad. What do I do? Shit, 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 shit. Take a little taste and see is it good still? And then it
Mhm.
is. You're like, this is the best cheese I've ever had in my life.
It's not. I don't even have to taste them. I can tell you it is not. It is disgusting to even think of it. Listen. You know what?
Maybe go the safer route and have a brie.
Yeah, but I mean, look. If you said you would try it. You said you would
That
try
was
it.
before I thought about maggots like infesting my intestines. Now I'm off. I'm off the train. I no longer want to try this cheese.
So you're done.
I'm done. No, no.
Okay.
Maggots infesting my intestines? No, no. You have put me off the cheese. I'm good.
Well, I mean, it's they said nothing has been linked back to it, but it is a possibility. That's why it's considered the world's most dangerous cheese. What do you call it? Apparently, the people that are caught selling the cheese can face fines of up to about $60,000 American money.
Woo!
Yeah, so
That is hefty.
that's a lot of money.
Better insure that cheese.
Better insure that cheese. Better insure that cheese. Very, very interesting. Well, yeah, that's about it. One last thing. We actually spoke about it on the Foxy Fox Big Lion Daddy show that we also do on Tuesdays. But I thought that you might find this interesting. Simply because Dirty Little Secrets Club and it's a dirty little secret of the internet. One of the big secrets of the internet is the fact that it's not really a secret, is that there's so much clickbait out there and everybody kind of just gets on the clickbait train.
Totally. Yeah.
Well, apparently there was just a big thing. I don't know if you heard, but it was all over the media and that what is it? Is it called Skynet? What do you call it? Skylink. It's the from X. What's his name? Oh my God, Elon Musk. Elon Musk. It's his internet company. Supposedly that he opened up for a tribe in Africa with about 2,000 people that he gave them unfettered internet access. So he had done something like that, which I do believe is true, that he did give them the internet or give them, but then everybody on the internet somehow went on saying that this tribe is now addicted to porn because he gave them internet. They're addicted to. You can look it up on if you want. That they're addicted to porn and they're lazy and they can't get the young ones out of the bed and out of their huts in the morning or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, what are they playing cookie together in the huts or something like that? Like, I mean, but so it turns out that it was all fake.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you have people like a CNN and other major news outlets sitting reporting on it based on a headline that went out
so much. Yeah.
So they all got caught, and a lot of them, dirty deleted. They got rid of the posts that they put up.
So backpedal that shit real quick.
Therefore, that makes this a little dirty little secret of the internet, and I figured that you would appreciate that.
Gotta love that clickbait. Gotta love that clickbait.
Anyway, guys, we thank you so much for joining us every single week for the Dirty Little Secrets Club. We appreciate you. We love you. Make sure you hit us up on all the social media. Continue to to write to us. We really, really appreciate that. And again, for all those who've paid attention to us from the beginning, if you do have any dirty secrets, old school dirty secrets that you want for us to take a look at,
that are
please please send them in, but they've got to be good. Okay. They got to be golden like the corral. Okay. We need to make sure that it's not the same old, but feel free to send them in. And maybe, just maybe, Dayna will be reading them because it won't be me. I'm just kidding. Dayna and I will read them here on the Dirty Little Secrets Club. Anyway, Day, want to let them know the one rule of Dirty Little Secrets Club?
Yes, guys, the first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is to tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We'll see you guys again, God willing, next week.
Follow me. Promised land. You think we want something from you? You got another thing coming.